All right, Laura, welcome back to the main stage.
Thank you.
Because you were a respondent to our 2026 Technology and Corporate Governance Study, we know specifically how you answered some questions that I think are really relatable to the people in this room and watching this video. So I have a few quick specific questions based off of how you responded. First, I know that you're actively exploring AI, but haven't deployed it in a terribly macro way just yet. So how are you deciding where to start so you're not overcomplicating things and maybe even spreading yourself too thin?
So I think there's two places that we're working on the AI deployment. So one would be from a strategic perspective. So what are the tools that can help both myself and our leadership team kind of just work through as a thought partner a lot of the different business challenges that we're faced with on a daily basis. So we have that side of what we're working through and kind of how we're sorting through that place. So we're still in a very experimental phase, I would say, as far as that side of the house goes. And then on the other side, we're really we had a huge need for the knowledge gap, right? So how do we lift up the folks on our service team and even on our new sales team to help them have more confidence from a technical perspective? And we had that bottleneck with, I call it Michelle. So she was our client service leader. And so lots of things were coming towards Michelle. So we now have an AI product that actually came through Reference Connect that we can deploy and test because it's already in that safe knowledge domain that's very specific to insurance. And that's already been a really, really useful piece for us.
I appreciate your decision to deploy in almost like a beta format instead of just throwing it to everybody and saying, good luck, even though you've never used AI in your life, right?
Right. And I think the other piece that we're trying to toy with is we're gamifying it. So I actually was following something from earlier in the day. So we just rolled it out, I guess it was a week or two ago. We sat with all of our sales and service teams, and now we're encouraging them and challenging them to share use cases between now and our next quarterly meeting. And everyone that you deploy, you get a chance to win a raffle, and we're giving away cash. And so we can start to, first of all, see how they're using the technology. We can also identify who are the early adopters and the people that are going to be the champions of this technology. So then as we start to go deeper and we roll it out in different ways, we've already identified who has that natural inclination to want to be a part of that initiative.
You're right. Chris McChesney did say that we're competitive people. So any way that you can make your employees have wins at work is going to help with your future deployment in AI. So kudos to you for that. So one of the things that we're learning is that a lot of firms need to clean up their data validation, their data hygiene practices to prepare to deploy. What are you doing today to make sure that you are ready to go once you're ready to make that big purchase?
So I think we've had a commitment to data quality over the last several years, and it's a continuous and ongoing process. So making sure that we remain committed to that is going to be really important, and then also elevating that and making sure we're paying even closer attention, because if we don't have the good quality of the data, that's going to create problems for us down the road. So really figuring out how we maintain consistency in that, so not just at the desk level, but the ongoing monitoring level, I think will be really important.
Some of the AI tools we saw today almost have that quality control built in. It will let you know what's missing or inconsistent. So I'm sure by the time you have this full-blown tech stack, we'll have AI that can even help you if there's any inconsistencies there.
Perfect.
Okay, last question for Laura Bren. I have been wanting to know what about the Connect membership has inspired you to look at your tech stack differently or maybe infuse some innovation into your firm?
So I think our relationships within Connect give us the ability to share notes, work with different vendors, dig a lot deeper together than we ever would have been able to do if we were trying to do it independently. So I think, and I might be super partial, but my SIG group is amazing when it comes to this space. So we have really brilliant people that have unique skill sets in there that have been really, really helpful. So I think just the ability for us to explore and understand more things, a greater quantity, and then to maintain that speed and cadence that John was talking about earlier today is going to be critical. And so we can go test, come back, share, go test, come back and share. And instead of us having to bear that responsibility independently, we can collaborate with our partners at Connect.
That's my favorite part about Pure Exchange is the fact that you do have things you can either rob and duplicate, or that outside board of directors that's really going to give you that feedback and help get you in the right direction. So, round of applause for Laura Deeley Bren from Deeley Insurance Group. Laura, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.